welcome to the Activity Call Live. Now, let's hear it for our special guest host, Eric Bellaire.
Morning, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us this morning on today's Alliance Activity Call. We're going to get rolling right now. So again, my name is Eric Bellaire, and I am direct to Andy and Jane Albright. My wife and I live here in Melbourne, Florida, where we aim high to enjoy Andy's greatly made pie. And today, I'm hoping that I can open up your eyes to 2025. And by the way, 2024 ain't even over yet, but let's talk about some stuff. Just imagine for a minute that if in 2025 and for the rest of this year, everything you did was caught on camera. Imagine if you were being filmed every day. How would you act? Imagine. You see this book I have up here, it says how to make simple, intentional decisions to change your life and income for the better. Basically, how to act, what to do, why to do it, when to do it, how to do it. You got to get out there and do it. But anyhow, I'm going to love this. I'm going to love this presentation today that I've got for you all. So lights, camera, action. Thank you, AMP Studio, for this fantastic production. Listen, this is your movie. You are the writer. You are the producer. Get it? We need writers. We need producers. You are the writer and the producer. Nobody is going to help you to go out and write the business you need to write. Nobody's going to help you go out and produce the business. You got to do that. We'll give you advice. We'll give you guidance. We can't put it on paper for you. You've got to be your writer that you can be, the best writer you can be, the best producer you can be. This is your success story. This is your success story. And as you get ready to go into 2025, that's a production year. And when you go into that production year, we have to figure out some things as we start that production year. We got to figure out some things. Like the first thing you got to do is get busy on the set. You got to get busy on the set, and you got to set your weekly budget. What is going to be your weekly budget for leads? Do you have a clue? Do you know what to do? Talk to your growing upline. Talk to somebody else who's out there investing in leads and see what they're investing and why they're investing that amount. You've got to make a decision what your lead budget is before you go into next year. You can't wait till next year. You got to have this budget already in place for next year, right? What's your budget going to be? You need to set your schedule. You need to set a schedule that you're going to adhere to. Not a schedule that you treat. Look, could you imagine making a Hollywood movie and them not staying on schedule? The money that would be wasted, all the time, all the effort that will be down the drain because they don't have a schedule or they don't stay on schedule. Schedules are important. Daily planners are important. And you got to make sure that you have a schedule. So you got to set your budget for leads, set your schedule, put it in stone so you'll work your butt to the bone. Take that schedule and post it all around your home. If you live with people, they should know what your hours are. They should know what your days look like. They should know when they can bother you and when they can't bother you because they know how important this is to you and what you're trying to accomplish. And set some bodacious goals. You got to have goals for next year. You got to have, what is your goal for next year? What are your goals for next year? What's your top goal? What's your third goal? What are your goals for 2025? I know mine are quite a few, but in the gist of things, it's my year to thrive, baby. 2025 is the year to thrive. But anyhow, have your budget. Have your schedule, have your goals. Make sure you got them in place. You got 2 weeks left before 2025 starts. And you cannot start the year off without these things in place. Please do yourself a favor. This is your success story. This is your production. And you got to make sure you're going to make it big and you're going to be a star. Check this out. When you are in this position of writing and producing, the question is, who are you going to let direct you? Who's going to be your director? Is it going to be family and friends? Is it going to be a growing up line? Is it going to be Andy Albright? Who is going to be the one to direct you? You know, Andy's always said you have voices all the time. You have voices going through your head. And you have choices of what voices to listen to. I wrote it over here. You have choices to which voices you decide to listen to. Be careful when choosing. It could be the difference between winning and losing. You understand what I'm saying there? Listen, we got a lot of different voices out there that we can listen to. And by the way, not just family and friends growing up like Andy Albright. You know, you got to say quiet on the set, because you got people that are out there on TikTok trying to influence you. You got people out there on Instagram trying to influence you. You got people out there on Facebook trying to influence you. You got people out there on NBC trying to NBC. You got CBS. You got NBC. You got there's noise. It's trying to influence you, trying to direct you. I'm going to tell you something right now. You got to make a choice of which voice you're going to listen to. Listen, Linda, pick the right voice. Pick the right voice. Because again, when choosing, it could be the difference between winning and losing. And nobody wants to lose. I don't want to lose. This is your success story. So I will tell you that we have a great director. Andy Albright is probably the best Oscar-winning director I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the man's got Oscars after Oscars after Oscars after Oscars after Oscars after Oscars after Oscars. And he's written a script that's been an award-winning script for now over 2 decades. It's called The 8 Steps to Success. If you haven't gotten that script, you need to get that script. You need to read that script. You need to memorize the lines. You know, great actors memorize the lines. You need to memorize the lines. And it's got to become a part of you. Because that script will take you to places you've never been. That script, if you do, and you do what's supposed to be done, and you act it out in that script, oh my God, the 8 steps to success will put you on another level. So that's the script. That's the script I would grab. If you don't got it, get that script and make sure that you read it, learn it, memorize it, and start to do it. Start to do it. Andy Albright's 8-Step Success. Keep listening. Never quit. Never quit. Even though we're going to talk about it in future slides here, just understand this script is the success that you're looking for. Follow this script. 8-Step Success. The question you have to ask yourself when you're making your movie next year and you're acting in your own performance, do you want your movie, is it going to be a comedy? Is it going to be a drama? We don't need no more drama queens. And dramas usually end in tragedy, so you don't want a drama. And you want it to be a horror film? I'm not making no horror movie next year. My movie is going to be an action-packed thriller. An action-packed thriller is what I'm going to be doing next year in 2025. Okay? I'm excited to be alive in 2025. It's going to be full of intentional action. That's what my performance is going to be next year. Action-packed thriller. So listen, trust me, you don't want your success to be comical. And you don't want it to be a comedy of errors that you don't learn from. It's okay to make errors, but don't make it a comedy of errors which you never learn from. Okay? You don't want it to be full of drama and turn out to be a tragedy. Okay? Please keep the drama at home. We ain't looking for no performances next year in drama. Okay? No. And the last thing you want is to be horrifying. No, you want it to be electrifying, baby. That's the performance I'm looking for next year. And that's the performance I'm hoping you'll give us next year. An electrifying performance, an action-packed thriller performance. Keep the comedy and the drama and the horror in your locker box or somewhere, man. Get it out of there. Act, action, activity. Roll camera, baby. Roll camera. The fun's beginning right now. So check it out. You got to associate. And not just associate, but participate. There's one thing to associate, and there's another thing to associate and participate. We need participating producers. Associating, participating producers. You know what that acronym also is? APT. APS. You get it? You get it? Associating, participating producers create apps. Associating, participating producers. That's what we want. So we want you to associate, but we also want you to participate. Okay? Don't be sitting in the back of the room like this. Don't be doing this. We want you in motion, learning what you need to learn so you can go out there and earn what you desire to earn. The activity and action starts with dialing and hot knocking. As a producer, writer, part of the script is picking up the phone or going to the home and knocking on their door. You've got to be involved in heavy activity to become a star in this movie of yours. Heavy activity saves the day. Relentless activity saves the day. Become a master dialer. Become a master hot knocker. Get out there and get in front of people. Get out there and get in front of families. Tell them who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. The more people that learn who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, the bigger your circle of influence becomes. And the bigger your income becomes. Also, you got to follow up and follow through. You know, listen, if you're associating and participating and you're dialing and hot knocking, but you stop there and you don't believe in the skill set of following up and following through, it's going to be an ugly mess for you. You've got to understand that clients need people that follow up and follow through on what they say they're going to do. Your upline, your growing upline, needs agents and writers and producers that are willing to follow up and follow through on what they said they're going to do. Don't be that guy who don't follow up and follow through and disregard what you said you were going to do. Because no, we don't want that around here. We don't want that around here. We want you to keep your word. We don't want you to be a turd. If you heard what I just said. I mean, anyhow, scene one, take one, action. Wash, rinse, repeat. Once you become a master dialer, which takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of repetition. Once you become a master hot knocker and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of repetition, you just wash, rinse, repeat. Because once you find that annuity and you close it, once you find that IUL and you close it, once you find that Medicare deal and you close it, once you get that mortgage protection and you close, once you hire your first person successfully, you know exactly what you did to have that successful moment. To have that, now you just need to wash, rinse, repeat. Do the same thing all over again and again and again and again. And never stop doing it. So, scene one, take one, action, keep rolling, and wash, rinse, repeat. What's that one book we read? It's a really good book. darn it, cut wood, carry water. I can't remember. Man, it's a great book. You got to read it. Repetition, my friend. Do the do. Do or do not. There is no try. That's from the guy, Yoda, man. Come on. There is no try. I remember my days at Circuit Pity when I was a district manager. And, we had to let people go in corporate America. People who weren't performing in corporate America, we had to let go. We needed star performance. If you're not giving a star performance, you had to let them go. And by the way, I read something the other day. It was fantastic. It was just remembered the days of Circuit City because what I read. It said, you know how to tick off your star performers? You know how to tick off your star employees, the ones that are out there performing like stars, is to tolerate and not do anything about the crappy performers, and to allow the crappy performers get away with crappy stuff. That's one way to lose your star performers. And I went like, man, that reminds me of the day. Because you had to bring the poor performers in, and you had to talk to them about what they were doing wrong and how to help them to become better at what they were supposed to be doing. And it was called a coaching session. And you documented it for HR. And you got it all in a line. And then you had another coaching session and another coaching session. And then you're finally on the brink of terminating the person's employment because you're at that point. You followed the ducks in a row. You're legally allowed to do it now. This is how it all works in corporate America. And you're all HR compliant. And that employee's crying in that last session that because they didn't succeed, other ones get better. And it's great, but some don't. And they're sitting there going like, I did everything. I tried my best. And I'm sitting there and I came up with this saying, and it's sad, but it's true. I said, listen, Sylvia, listen, John, listen, Albert, listen, whoever. It's okay. It's okay. It's just here at Circuit City, your best isn't good enough. I understand you tried your best, but for us, your best isn't good enough. Maybe someplace else it will be good enough, but here it's not. So I'm glad you gave it your best and you tried your best, but here it's not good enough. It's just not good enough. So the fact of the matter is, there is no try. Yoda says it's just do and do and do and do again. Doing the do helps your phone ring out of the blue. That's from your Fresh Prince of Bellaire right here. I'm telling you right now, gang, I mean, it's amazing. I don't know if it's a mistake. I really don't. I'm freaking out over it because I got some sort of message the other day from my iPhone. And I know when I used to sell phones back in the first phone we were selling at Circuit City, or we left Circuit City, it could carry 100 phone numbers. That was it. You could not have more than 100 phone numbers in the phone. It reached its capacity. And I know now these iPhones are great. I mean, whatever terabytes, gigabytes, whatever they got in them. But I could have sworn I saw something the other day. I don't know what I was doing, some sort of an upload. And it said I had 53,000 phone numbers in my phone. Now I don't know. But I do know this. For the last maybe 10 years, 9 years in that area, I have been saving every single client phone number in my phone, whether I help them or not, when I invested in a lead. Because that's one of the steps that I do in my process of trying to get a hold of them, is I save their number in my phone. And I save it, client Eric, client Bobby, client John, whatever. So when they call me, hey, John, hey, Mary, but it's in my phone. And every agent we've ever hired over the last 16 years is in my phone. NAA, FL, Florida, NAA, TX, Texas, NAA, MN, Minnesota, and then John, Mary after. So that's all in my phone. So if they call me, hey, John, but it's all in my phone. And to have 53,000 phone numbers, I mean, that's just amazing, I think. But The point is that when you are so busy at helping families, your phone will start to ring out of the blue because of all the good you do. This morning, before the call, I helped a lady with Medicare that I was following up with for her brother, who is special needs, and we got him approved for Medicaid. And I was doing it. I said to her, so Barbara, I can't remember, because she was in my phone, client Barbara. I said, I can't remember, are you already existing a client of mine? And you're wanting me to help your brother and all this? I can't remember. Were you referred to me? I just want to know. I want to know how. I know it's a new sale. She goes, no, I was referred to you by Roxanne. I said, oh, okay. And that just makes me feel good. And then I said to her right after that, by the way, if you know anybody in all 50 states, have them give me a call. I love helping people. I love doing what I do. By the way, just a little hint for all of you out there. One of the other things that I've been saying a lot to my clients, especially the Medicare clients during the season, is we know they're getting pounded and bombarded and pounded, and bombarded. I sit there and say, listen, Terry, I don't take it lightly that you've chosen me to be your agent. And I do really appreciate you've allowed me the opportunity to be your agent for the rest of your life. I know you got a lot of people out there hounding you, bothering you, trying to get you. And I just wanted to tell you thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm just, Eric, that's acting. Eric, that's me. And it is acting like me. But I'm good at acting like a professional. I'm good at acting like somebody who cares. I am good at acting like somebody who loves other people and loves my family. That's what I'm supposed to do. Act as I feel, right? Or who I am. What do you mean I'm acting? I mean, come on, I'm supposed to be acting, right? Anyhow, sell, recruit, and build. Don't stop rolling camera. The camera's still rolling. I don't know that song, but I think it will be watching you. I don't know. I'm not musical, but I try. Sell, recruit, and build. Every single day you get up. Wash, rinse, repeat. Sell, recruit, and build. Wash, rinse, repeat. We should make a poem out of it. I'm going to work on it. Itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. We got to come up with something that will get our agents to just know to act it out. Act it out. Act it out. Wash, rinse, repeat. Sell, recruit, and build. It's got to be like getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth. It's got to be like they say these actors that are so great at what they do, it's because it comes naturally to them. They're just naturally fantastic on camera. They're just amazing and any role that they pick. Okay? And they're come on, people. Come on. You know what I'm getting at. Sell, recruit, and build. Sell, recruit, and build. It's got to be part of your repertoire. It's got to be who you are. Act as if. This is a good one. I like this one. I mean, I've heard fake it till you make it. I've never liked that one, but I know people out there like that one in the world that we're in, and people say it. But I liked it more when I heard this one. Act as if. Act as if you're already an agency manager, and you shall become one. Act as if you're already a $20,000 monthly producer, and you shall become one. Act as if you're already making $1 million a year in income, and it shall happen. I believe this. I do believe is in acting as if every lead you buy will be a client who says yes. You've heard Mike Marisi when he goes to the door on his Bang Bang leads. He acts as if they're going to be in a great mood and they're going to buy from him and everything he says is going to be boom. Act as if today is going to be a fantastic day. Act as if NatCon's going to blow the chain off of your learning experience next month in January in Dallas, Texas. Act as if the next speaker that walks across stage is going to change your life. God, can we all act as if? This is a big part of what we do. Act acting. Every day we get up in the morning and we're playing our part in life. Duplicate, associate, edify. You got to be willing, able, and ready, and you got to have a positive mental attitude. When you're acting as if, remember, duplicate, associate, edify. Remember, when you're acting as if, be willing, able, and ready. When you're acting as if, always have a positive mental attitude. But definitely act as if you're already won Thailand. Act as if you're the number one Medicare producer in the company. Act as if you're the number one seminar deliverer in the company, or the number one annuity writer or trust implementer in the company. Act as if, and see what happens. See what happens. I'm telling you, it's the circle of life. Anyway. Your clients and your team deserve a star performance. Anything less, I think, says you don't care. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to throw water and people get wet. But I'm going to repeat it, okay, because it's important. Your clients and your agents, if you've made a decision to start hiring and building, which I hope you have, because if you're investing in leads, you should be hiring and building, because that's just a part of working leads. But anyhow, I don't want to digress. The fact of the matter is, your clients and your agents deserve your best and deserve a star performance. And life, my wife deserves a husband who's a star performer. My kids deserve a dad who's a star performer. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Don't do what this idiot did. And I'm sorry if anybody's a fan of his. And even my wife was shocked as she saw it on the news last night. And yes, I watch football. Please forgive me. This guy doesn't play. He tells the coaches, I'm not playing. I've been busting my butt all year. And you let the star performer come back after an injury and take my spot. He's their star performer, and you were trying to become a star performer, but you just proved you're not. You're not. You let the team down, you let your coaches down, you let the fans down because you acted like a child, and hopefully in the news today they're cutting him from the team because that was ignorant and arrogant. We need you to be a star performer. Your family needs you to be a star performer. Your clients need you to be a star performer. Come on. It's your movie. It's your success story. What are you going to achieve? What are you going to do? How are you going to act? How are you going to act as you're producing next year this success story? What is your character going to? I mean, that guy's character, I guess up until last night, was fantastic for the year. Playing in place of an injured player, doing all this stuff. But then last night, his character went to crap in a handbasket by saying, I ain't playing, coach. Don't even think about putting me in. I'm not playing. What the audacity? Oh, my God. You got to care and show you care. And I know there's a little bit of charisma in this. There's a little bit of charisma in what we do. Charisma, you got to have it. You got to smell it. You got to look it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your part. You know what I'm saying? Act professionally and accordingly. There are times that things are going to happen. And here's what Iron Man says about it. Iron Man, Tony Stark. Cowards never start. The weak never finish, and the winners never quit. That's from my best friend, Iron Man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my daughter colors him, so I can say he's my best friend. Mm-hmm. It's not how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep on moving That's from Rocky Balboa. Come on now. So check it out. Act professionally and accordingly when you get no-showed. Don't act like that guy last night from the 49ers and go into a corner and cry. Act professionally and accordingly when you get canceled or cancellations. Remember, you're on camera. Remember, everything you do is being filmed, right? Act professionally and accordingly when you get chargebacks. People are watching you. People are observing you and how you act. From your team, from your clients, from your family, from your growing up line, we're all watching how you act. Are you going to be a star performer or are you going to quit? Because you get a little bit of hardship. You go through a little bit of adversity. Are you kidding me? If you think next year is going to... I had a client this year that canceled a big annuity on me. And I mean, that was a big amount of money I could have made. And it was all done. It was written. It was getting in. And I didn't want to tell you what she called me because I think she's a little senile, crazy talk. But insane in the membrane, folks. You got to move on. Move past it. Get going. Get going. Acts of courage. Ooh, that's a good one. As you're acting out next year and as you're performing next year, are you going to show your team acts of courage? Are you going to show your family acts of courage? Are you going to show your growing up line acts of courage? Acts of courage will get you through some adversity and some other things going down. We must try not to sink below our anguish, but battle on. That's from Albus Dumbledore. Come on, man. Courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyway. John Wayne. Giddy up. We're going to Dallas next year. I love John Wayne. When you get hung up on, call right back and make fun of it. It's part of the act. I love it, man. When I get hung up on, I call back and say, "Hi, Mary. This is Eric. I think our phones got disconnected." Click. "Hi, Mary. I'm so sorry. There's something going on with phone lines today. I have no idea what it is." Click. "Mary, is it your phone or mine? See how I'm acting? I mean, it's fun." Now that's comedy of errors. Don't make it all about a comedy. You gotta make sure you gotta make it action packed. So then the action behind that and the action thriller is going to her house and knocking on her door. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to have an action packed thriller like that. Ignore the no solicitation signs. Ignore the no trespassing signs. Ignore that you'll be shot signs. I'm going to say something and I'm laughing because it's true. Girl Scouts do. I've never seen one Girl Scout pay attention to a no solicitation sign, a trespass sign, or I'm going to get shot sign. They're kids at heart and they're just doing their part. They play their role perfectly. Hi. Why can't you? Are you? John Wayne says, acts of courage, baby. Acts of courage. Invest. Scared money makes no money. Invest in your business. Invest in your future. Invest, baby. Acts of courage. Come on now. Acts of faith. Come on now. Acts of faith, baby. Have faith in dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. That's from Cinderella. Faith is believing in the things when common sense tells you not to. That's the miracle on 34th Street, right in time for Christmas, Santa. Let me tell you something. Fear frustration and failure want to beat you up and spit you out and do it over and over again. Fear, frustration, and failure are three snot-nosed little kids that sit in the back seat of your car every day and are looking at you in the rearview mirror and saying, and they just want to disrupt your life. They want to cause you agony. They want to make you quit. Fear, frustration, and failure are also full of, you got to have faith. You got to have faith. You got to have faith. Because fear, frustration, and failure are just feelings that you can get through with faith. Faith that your future, another F word, and I know I didn't want to fill this call up with a lot of F words. Andy told me to be careful about the F words, but you can fill your future with financial success, with faith, which overcomes fear, frustration, and failure. You can visit foreign countries, eat foreign foods, and have more time and fun with friends and family. All these F words, if you're upset at me, I'm sorry, go to church. But listen, don't let the other three F words keep you away from the great F words of life. The bridge between these F words and these F words is faith. And those of you with little faith are going to let fear, frustration, and failure dictate how you act, dictate your performance. And your performance will not be something to write about. Your performance will not be something that we want to put on the big screen or the silver screen, and it certainly won't get any Oscar mentioning. Because fear, frustration, and failure, if you're allowing them to control the way you act, that's going to be a pretty bad act. Have faith. Things shall pass. You shall get through this. I mean, I'm not Marcus Richardson. Can't speak like he does about the Bible, but boy, I tell you what, him and Terry know how to do it. But listen, faith will get you through those things, folks. That's another F word. I'm sorry. I got to stop it. Andy's going to get me in. I'm going to get in trouble for too many F words today. Just remember, we can't get rid of fear. We can't get rid of frustration, and we can't get rid of failure. We could just help you alleviate them and get through them and show you the power of faith and how we have managed to deal with these and still act accordingly, still act professionally, still continue to act moving forward and not let those things kick us out of the game and then play the blame game. Activity behind the scenes, baby. Hire stunt doubles. You need stunt doubles to help you do this thing. You think I can do it all myself? I got stunt doubles, baby. I got a stunt double doing my pending. I got a stunt double doing my recruiting. I got a stunt double doing my... Come on, man. Use some funds to hire stunt doubles. You don't want to get too dirty. You know, you're looking good. You're looking good. Get the stunt double to do some of that dirty work. If you're the one behind the scenes, you're not on camera. And camera is where you're making your bucks, baby. But that reminds me, you know what all the other reindeer said to Santa when they kept on seeing these two other reindeer always on coffee break? Why are they always on break, Santa? He goes, they're my two Starbucks. Anyhow, issued paid business is paid business, so you want to make sure the business gets issued and placed. So you better have some stunt doubles looking at your pending, okay? You want to make sure you have a life and health license and is all the states you can get it in. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I mean, I love these. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind them. But I love it when somebody sits there and says on our community chat or whatever, hey, anybody got a license in Georgia? I got a client that needs help. Get your license. Hey, anybody got a license in Minnesota? I got to get your license. Andy Albright has put no restrictions around you. You have no boundaries. You can go to nipr.com or get a stunt double to do it for you. You can go to SIRCON.com or get a stunt double to do it for you. Heck, my stunt doubles even have my corporate credit card. And I'm on the road doing the things that I do on camera, and I'm calling my stunt doubles up and saying, hey, I got a client that just called me from this state. Do I have a non-resident license? Yes or no? No. Can you get it for me? How much is it? Get it for me. Bam, done. Boom. Ah, woohoo! I mean, I'm up to a lot of states with a non-res license because I want to help people everywhere. So come on, man. Know that all 50 states are your purview. You can act in all 50 states. Remember to hire stunt doubles to do pending. You've got to do your own continuing ed and AHIP. Remember to hire stunt doubles to do your non-res. Remember to hire stunt doubles to do other things. Come on, man. Come on. You can do this. Hire stunt doubles. Let's get it done. Supporting cast. Know your supporting cast. Andy Albright has built, an amazing corporate facility with an amazing corporate staff that I believe their number one priority. I mean, if I don't know, if I were to go up there and look at their, what do they call it? Every company has them. I know as the Alliance, we have, darn it, it's in our book. It's our 8 steps, and then we have our core values. We have our core values. We have our mission statement. You have core values, you have a mission statement, right? I would think somewhere written in print or just definitely known to be the case. I would say that the corporate staff's number one priority is to serve you. Because they know their jobs and their incomes are dependent on you, on what you are able to go out there and do. And they want to help you to be the best you can be. And they're going to direct you accordingly. And Andy Albright has ordained them to be all of his many directors. And trust me, when they direct you, they're directing you accordingly. The question is, are you listening to that direction? Are you following that direction? Are you even seeking out that direction? Because you can, you're allowed to. If you have a growing upline that tells you not to contact President's Club, I'd contact President's Club and tell them you got a growing upline that told you that. I'm telling you. Yeah, because that growing upline needs to be chatted with. I mean, you need to understand the ARC and the Alliance Resource Center and how it works. And you need to know that Robbie Kraft has done a fantastic job for us in helping us to manage and run and keep track of our business. From clients to sales to agents to birthdays to whatever and more. You got to know that we have the lead performance team. You got to know how to get a hold of the lead performance team. You got to know that they're there to direct you and help you to act your best and to be your best and to give your best performance. You got to know that we have a contracting department that's there to help you. You got to know that we have eVentures that's there to help you. Give you information about meetings that are happening around the country or contests that you can win and places you can go, all because you decide to go out there and act like a pro. I love our supporting cast. Our supporting cast, they say that if you hire a person, you'll increase your income $50,000 a year. I say if you utilize the supporting cast and everything Andy Albright's put in place for us, you can multiply your income a lot more than that. Because that's a group of people that want you to succeed and want to provide direction to help you be the best you can be. And if you're not seeking out guidance and direction from that supporting cast at corporate office, change that today. Extra supporting cast members. Remember, retirement is for relaxing. So let us help you stop the taxing. And call up Gina Hawks. Gina Hawks knows how to help you with IULs and knows how to help your IUL performance and to get you performing better when it comes to IULs. The road to a happy and protected retirement, income annuities. Call Chris Norris and his team. Call Chris Norris and his team. They'll help you. I mean, it's like you have Dasher and Rudolph and Dancer and Prancer. It's a team. And Dasher and Dasher, and they're going to help you get to where you want to go. The right choice could save you hundreds of dollars a year when it comes to Medicare. Know Ivy Wilson. Know how to get a hold of her. Their phone numbers are on the screen. If you can't see them, I'll read them. Gina Hawks' phone number. She can get mad if I tell you this. It's 336-212-2041. And she is a performer and understanding how to act when you want to write IULs and you want to help people with IULs. Chris Norris's phone number, if you don't know it, you can't read it, 336-269-6233, baby. And Ivy Wilson, 205-478-9681. Put those numbers in your phone. They're in my phone. They're probably the ones that help me cap 50,000 lines in my phone, whatever. Come on, man. Use the props department. Come on, you can't go into next year without your props, bro. You need your props, man. We have a props department. Listen, just like you need a bat to hit a home run, you need your props to make more money, baby. So listen, books, apparel, and tools. You need your books, apparel, and tools to get to the next level. If you don't have the books to read, and you don't have the apparel to make you look sharp as a tack, baby, and you don't have the tools to help you build it, come on, man. You got to get from the Alliance store, get your needed props today. By the way, I'm going to give you a little special announcement here. We're going to probably end this a little early. I don't know why. I had things in my mind I didn't talk about. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. But anyhow. We're going to give you a 48-hour discount code for Christmas or the holidays, whatever you want to hear me say, Christmas or the holidays. But hey, let me tell you something. You get 20% off, 20%. I can't believe Andy said yes to that. That's great. Anyway, 20% off anything in the store for the next 48 hours. Order it today and put the promo code PROPS. PROPS. So when it asks you, do you have a discount code? You say, yeah, baby. And it's props because I need my props. 20% off for the next 48 hours. Get the script. 8-step success if you don't have it. Get inside the circle if you don't have it. Get your Alliance activity book for next year. Get your ATM. Get door knock stickers. Get what you need to get so you can get what you need to get. So check it out. We all know that you have an opportunity to be in the spotlight at our next national event. And if you're talking, listen, we're coming to a close here in 2024. And we had some star performers this year. We had some people that wrote some success stories. And these are great stories. I mean, we're talking some great movie production. They did some great acting this year. They did some great performances on stage and throughout the year in front of clients. They were on their game. Star performances. And these star performers are going to be awarded for their efforts. And you get to be at that extravaganza on Saturday night during this event in January. You get to see these star performers accept these awards that they're going to get for doing the job that they did in 2024. But remember, when I first came here and I went to my first star-studded performance and I saw those stars walking across stage, I was just thinking to myself, wow, that could be me. I could do this. If they could do it, why can't I? All I got to do is follow the same guy that they've been following, Andy Albright. All I got to do is the things that they've been doing, acting like they've been acting, performing like they've been performing. Come on, man. The only way to catch it is to get around the people that got it. So I would ask you, if you haven't already booked to NatCon in January 2025, it's happening on January 24th to January 26th, and a lot of us are going in a day early on the 23rd because of seminar training. The seminar training is off the chain for implementing of trust. And this is a must-do if you want to have a great success story next year. And by the way, I mean, if you want to go to Thailand next year or win Thailand and go in 2026, I strongly recommend this is a huge step in that. So you want to get in the spotlight and you want to make sure that you grab your ticket today and you want to get to NatCon. And you can get there. Trust me, you can get there. The first event, I know everybody's going through something. Jane Albright likes to talk about everybody's going through something, coming out of something, okay? Or in the middle of something, right? Whatever. I'm getting old, man. 59 years old. Come on, give me a break. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going on a cruise, taking my 3 adult children, their spouses, my wife and I. It's going to be a fantastic time. We're not going to come back to work until January 4th. Come on, folks. Wouldn't that be sweet? Isn't that part of the success story too? To be able to do sort of things like this during the holidays with your family? Come on. Anyhow, I know people are going through something. I do. I understand. I was too when I first found the Alliance. And if you haven't seen the video, go do yourself a favor today and watch Eric Bellaire Crossroads. Go to YouTube and type in Crossroads Eric Bellaire story or Eric Bellaire Crossroads, whatever you want to do. Andy Albright took the time to take my wife and I, put us on camera, and build a movie about us and our time with the Alliance after our first 3 or 5 years here. And the fact of the matter is, for those of you who don't know, my first rodeo, and it was in Dallas, I think. I think my first rodeo was in Dallas. I can't remember. My first rodeo, my wife and I were broke, busted, and disgusted. Okay? We had nothing. We had nothing. I really had nothing left. I had nothing left because we had already sold our fence. We had already sold our air conditioner. Yeah, the big one that's outside of your house. We had already sold our pool table. We already sold our patio furniture. We were selling everything, bro. The house was in foreclosure. We were up creek without a paddle because we sold that too. And when I heard about the Alliance, all we had left was our wedding bands. And I said to my wife, I trusted God, and I know that He's doing this for us, and we're going to do this thing. So let me have your wedding band. And we're going to sell them, and we're going to take the money, and we're not going to look back. And when we hit $500,000, I'm going to buy you a bigger, badder, nicer wedding band. And I'm going to buy me a bigger, badder, nicer wedding band. And we did that 5 years, I think, 7 years after being with the Alliance, 2015. The fact of the matter is, folks, I know you can make it. I know you can get there. It just takes grit. And we're going to Texas, so why not say the word grit? So if you don't make it, you don't have grit, and you're full of, I'm not going anywhere else, but hey, I'm going on a vacation. Thank you for being on this call. We love you all, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Take care. Bye-bye.